The holographic projection flickered to life in the center of the council chamber, casting an eerie blue glow across the faces of representatives from 1,000 worlds. Mary stood at the edge of the human delegation, her hands clasped behind her back, watching as the Galactic Council's High Arbiter rose from his crystalline throne. "The matter is settled," the Arbiter announced, his voice resonating through translation devices embedded in every delegate's neural implant. "The humans have refused our ultimatum. War is declared." A ripple of approval swept through the chamber. Species from across the galaxy, some with multiple limbs, others existing as pure energy, expressed their satisfaction in various ways. They had grown tired of humanity's defiance, their refusal to submit to galactic norms, their insistence on maintaining their primitive concepts of sovereignty and freedom. Mary allowed herself the smallest of smiles. They had no idea what they'd just done. Beside her, Oreo leaned close, his voice barely a whisper. They actually did it. After all these years of posturing, they actually declared war on Earth. "Keep your composure." "Commander," Mary replied softly, though her eyes sparkled with an emotion that might have been anticipation. "We wouldn't want them to suspect anything." The truth was simple. Though the Galactic Council would never believe it, humanity had wanted this, had orchestrated it even. For 300 years, Earth had played the role of the reluctant participant in galactic affairs, the stubborn newcomer who refused to fall in line. Every diplomatic incident, every trade dispute, every cultural misunderstanding had been carefully calculated to lead to this exact moment. Because humanity had learned something during those 3 centuries among the stars, the Galactic Council maintained peace through overwhelming force and economic interdependence. They had grown complacent, soft. Their last real war had been fought 10,000 years ago. Their military doctrine was obsolete. Their soldiers were trained more for ceremony than combat. Earth, meanwhile, had never stopped preparing for war. Oreo remembered the day he'd been recruited into the program. He'd been a young officer in the Earth Defense Force, showing promise in tactical simulations. Mary had approached him in a nondescript office in Geneva, her expression serious. "What I'm about to tell you is classified at the highest level," she had said. "Humanity is not adapting to galactic civilization. We're studying it, learning its weaknesses, preparing for the day when we can break free of their control." He'd thought she was insane at first. The Galactic Council commanded fleets that could glass entire planets. They had technology that seemed like magic. Their oldest members had species memory reaching back millions of years. But Mary had shown him the analysis, the projections, the carefully gathered intelligence. She'd revealed the truth that Earth's best minds had discovered. The Council was a paper tiger, magnificent to look at, terrifying in reputation, but hollow at its core. "They haven't fought a real war in millennia," Mary had explained. "Their battles are economic, political, social. They've forgotten what it means to face an enemy that actually wants to destroy them. We haven't." The council chamber erupted into chaos as delegates began shouting over one another, each demanding the honor of leading the attack on Earth. Mary and Oreo stood silent, observing, cataloging. Every boast, every threat, every tactical discussion was being recorded and transmitted back to Earth via quantum-entangled communication devices that the Council's sensors couldn't detect. The Arbiter raised his hand, and silence fell. "The Council has decided that the Krellian Imperium will lead the assault. Their military prowess is legendary. They will remind the humans of their place in the cosmic order." Mary knew about the Krellians. Everyone did. They were the Council's enforcers, a warrior race that had subjugated dozens of worlds. Their ships were massive, their weapons devastating. They had never lost a battle in 5,000 years. They had also never fought humans. Oreo's neural implant buzzed with an incoming message from Earth. He glanced at Mary, who gave an imperceptible nod. He activated the message, reading it through his augmented vision. "All assets in position. Operation Prometheus is go. Let them come." The meeting dragged on for hours as the Council debated strategy, logistics, and the division of Earth's resources once the planet was conquered. Mary listened to them argue over who would claim Earth's oceans, who would mine its asteroid belt, who would enslave its population. They spoke of humanity as if it were already defeated. She thought of the fleets hidden in the Kuiper Belt, constructed in secret over decades. She thought of the quantum weapons that Earth's scientists had developed, technology that exploited weaknesses in the Council's shield systems. She thought of the millions of soldiers training in facilities across the solar system, ready to take the fight to the stars. Most importantly, she thought of humanity's greatest advantage. They were underestimated. The Council saw them as primitives, barely evolved apes playing at civilization. They didn't understand that humanity's violent history wasn't a weakness to be overcome. It was experience that no other species possessed. As the meeting finally adjourned, the Krellian War Master approached the human delegation. He was massive, easily 3 meters tall, covered in chitinous armor that served as both skin and natural protection. "Your species will be extinct within a solar cycle," he growled, his translator struggling to convey the appropriate level of contempt. "The Council has shown you mercy for 3 centuries. That mercy ends now." Mary looked up at the towering alien, her expression calm. "War Master, I wonder if I might ask you something." The Krellian tilted his head, surprised that the human would dare address him. "Speak. In your 5,000 years of military history, how many times have you fought an enemy that refused to surrender? An enemy that saw defeat not as an end, but as an invitation to try harder?" The War Master's mandibles clicked in what might have been laughter. "No species is that foolish. All rational beings know when they are beaten." "Then I'm afraid you're about to learn something new," Mary said softly. She turned to Oreo. "Commander, signal Earth. Tell them the Council has given us what we wanted. Tell them it's time to show the galaxy what humanity really is." Oreo smiled, a predatory expression that made several nearby delegates step backward. "With pleasure, Ambassador." As they left the Council chamber, neither Mary nor Oreo looked back. Behind them, the greatest powers in the galaxy celebrated their victory over Earth, never suspecting that they had just made the worst mistake in galactic history. The humans had wanted this war, had needed it, because humanity had learned long ago that true respect, true sovereignty, true freedom, these things could never be granted by others. They had to be taken, defended, earned in fire and blood. The Galactic Council was about to learn why humanity's most enduring motto was simple, direct, and absolutely true. "We will not go quietly." The war was about to begin, and Earth was ready.